How's everybody doing?
Yeah, Russ, you've had so many of these close losses. Do you think it's, you're not good enough to win these close games, or is it a fact that this team is still trying to figure out, after 5, 6 years of losing, how to win a game, especially when it's on the line late?
Yeah, I think that we're on the learning end of the experience of how to get back to winning. And sometimes it's a journey, sometimes it's an ugly one, sometimes it's a tough one. What hurts probably more than anything else, I would say, is just that these games are close. They're one score games. And we have to be able to find ways to win them. I think it'd almost be it's never good to lose, but it's almost like, man, at least somebody kick our butt. I feel like we can't be in the game. You know what I mean? It's been definitely difficult in that sense, but I also know that we're in a pruning process. We're in a process of understanding that the journey of winning and the journey of learning how to be our best throughout a whole entire game, and learning how to continue to grow, learning how to stay together. We have one of the best defenses in the world. We have really good potential on offense. Potential doesn't mean anything. It just means that we haven't done it yet. But we're going to keep working for it. That's for sure. I thought we had a really good game for the most part on offense. I thought we moved the ball well. I thought guys made some really great catches. Cortland on the go ball down the sideline, the back shoulder go ball, that was amazing. He had a great game. I thought Kendall Hinton stepped up again. I mean, what a great play early in the game, the first drive of the game, where he catches it across the field, dodges the guy, dives and puts the ball over the goal line. They don't call it a touchdown for him, but what a great play. And the next play, we give the ball to 2-8, and he runs it right through there. What a tough run by him, and a great job at the O-line. I mean, there's a lot of really good things in the game, and so but not good enough. And obviously, this game meant a lot to us. Meant a lot to us for a lot of different reasons. Meant a lot to us to continue to keep that perspective and continue to keep pushing and everything else. But also, obviously, it's an AFC West game, and we got to win those. And so, so yeah.
Russell, can you take us through the conversation during the 2-minute warning coming out to that 3rd and 10 play, and then sort of the decision to try to push the ball on the field, and then what you sort of saw as that play?
Yeah, when we called a pass play, it was 3rd and 10, called a pass play to try to end the game basically right there. We get a first down, the game's over. And then they kind of covered it up pretty good. I kind of get outside the pocket, and then Virgil was coming scrambling down. Thought I had him and tried to take a shot to him. And the ball just kind of went away for a little bit. But we got the best defense in the world, and unfortunately, it didn't work out this time. They've been unbelievable all year. Unbelievable all year, stopping teams. And unfortunately, it didn't work tonight. And that's why us as an offense, we got to make sure we find more touchdowns, like I said earlier in the week. And like I said, we moved the ball really well early in the game. We got all the way down there. Unfortunately, we didn't score a touchdown on that one. And then the field goal got blocked, unfortunately. So that score could have been 17-7, And so we gotta find ways to make more touchdowns. And that's what the name of the game is, right? So, that's something that I've always known how to do, and we got to figure that out. And I thought Coach Kubiak called a great game. I thought, even with the big transition, obviously, of it all, I thought he was really sharp. He communicated well. I thought Coach J.O. was great on the sideline too, Justin Allen. So it was smooth in that sense as well. So I thought the guys played really well. I mean, I want to give credit to the offensive line too. I mean, they really battled all night. I mean, those guys on the edge, Max Crosby, Chandler Jones. I mean, I've played Max a little bit, obviously, but also Chandler, how great he's been over all these years. Those guys did a tremendous job blocking up front, and they gave us a really great chance to win tonight, and unfortunately we didn't.
How was that transition to Kubiak? Were you practicing it all week? And Russ, is there any worry about the status of Coach Hackett after another difficult loss and this team putting itself 3-7, unable to win in the division?
Well, first of all, going back to your first question, I think Coach Kubiak, he's called the game before. He's a tremendous coach. He's a great offensive mind. He's in the QB room every day, obviously coaching us up every day. So we're always talking, and throughout training camp, he called plays too and just especially in practice and stuff like that. Justin Allen can call plays too as well. Obviously, Coach Hackett too. So we got 3 guys that can definitely, you know, call it up for us, and they mix it up in practice. And you know, but I thought this week Coach Kubiak really did a great job of doing it throughout practice, and Coach Hackett too, and just communicating and what we wanted to do. And I thought we executed most of those things tonight for sure. I thought the guys, like I said, the offensive line, receivers, and all that, guys did some really good things tonight. Going back to your second question, can you ask what's your second question?
Coach Hackett, you worried at all about his status after another close loss like this, given what the expectations were coming into the season?
You know, listen, I think that anytime you play this game professionally, anytime there's tough days, right, there's always talk, there's always chatter. We're going to do everything we can to turn this thing around. That's all we're focused on. We can't focus on anything else as a team, as players, as coaches, as a collective organization. We're all in, and we're going to do everything we can to get this thing turned around and focus on tomorrow. Focus on, you know, how can we get better. And listen, I came here knowing that this is going to be a journey. Didn't come here for a quick, you know, when everything, you know, happens and, you know, life changes like this. You have to be able to know that God's going to take you on a journey, and I'm willing to go as far as we need to go for it. I'm going to work my butt off every day. We're going to get these guys going every single day, the best that they can possibly be. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing for all of us. It's disappointing, definitely for me, you know, and this team. But the only thing that we know is to keep going and keep working and understand that the journey is going to be worth it in the long run, and that's what we're focused on.
Russ, pretty much every year that you were in Seattle, you were in the playoffs and or obviously close to it. The couple years you weren't, maybe, you know, the injury was part of it last year for you. But for these guys that haven't been in it, Justin was just asked about the math. Your margin for error, I guess, is less and less. So how do you stay aware of that without dwelling on the fact that you really can't lose at this point and have a shot at the postseason?
We can't lose any more games. I mean, this is the truth. You know, that's got to be our mentality. If we win every game, it still doesn't mean anything, right? So the thing, though, is that how do you win every game? You win just one game at a time, one day at a time, one practice at a time. And that's all I know from winning. Winning is an obsession, a lifestyle with every single moment, every single day. Even on your worst days when things in life aren't going the way you want it to, or maybe you don't feel your best as a player, or you know, maybe things are going on, whatever it may be, as a collective team, right? All those things are real, right? And when you got 53 plus guys fighting for the same thing, we all are trying to do it together. And I think in the midst of it, obviously, in the midst of this journey, like I was saying a little bit before, you know, the winning part of it all is a process. It's a process of everyday obsession, every day trying to be our best, trying to play better, trying to all do it together, not to blink an eye. True winners, when adversity hits, and I think this is a really critical point. True winners, when adversity hits, they don't blink. They don't blink.
Russ, you speak of a journey. Where did you expect to be on the journey when you first came here compared to where you are now?
Well, I think there's a lot that's happened, obviously. I mean, I think it's been difficult to see some of our best players go down. I think it's been difficult just for us to, obviously, like I said earlier, for us not to win these close games. We got to be able to win them. That's what, you know, it's the National Football League. The percentages and the moments, they all come down to, most games come down to one-score games or possibly two-score games. That's the reality when you got good teams going after it. And so, you know, I think that we all want to be further along. Like I said, today was we got better today, but it wasn't good enough. And so we got to just keep going. Yep.
Russ, what is your level just of personal frustration at this moment? Of you've had times in your career when it's time to make a play and one happens, but that has not really happened for you yet here, late game situations.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times for us, but not enough. You know, I think, you know, obviously in the 49ers game we made some big ones, and Houston game, and some of these other games we've been close. But yeah, I mean, of course you're incredibly frustrated in the sense that, you know, we know that we can be better. We know our record should be better. We know that where we should be right now is a lot further along than where we are. And that's probably the part that, you struggle with the most, but also too the part that gives you a small glimpse of understanding that we're going somewhere, and we have to understand that the only thing we can do is just get better. And we got 7 games ago. We got to have a relentless approach for the next 7 games, and see where that takes us. And you can't control all the rest. You can't control anything else but your attitude. Can't control anything else but your work ethic. We can't control anything else but how we uplift each other and just keep working, and also challenge each other to be the best version of ourselves. We got to make every practice like the game. We got to make every moment understand that every play and every moment, every note, everything that we do is for us to be better and give us a chance, one day and soon and hopefully. And so there's a lot of games left. We got a lot of people that root for us, a lot of people that mean a lot to us, obviously from families to friends, but also obviously Broncos country. And we owe it to you guys to be better. We owe it to you guys for the next 7 games to get everything we have, which we have already, but we got to do more. We got to find more. So that's what we got to do, and that's the only thing I think about right now. Thank you guys.